Alright guys, so I recorded an entire video. One was 20 minutes and another one was 31 minutes, and it didn't capture the desktop audio. So I'm sitting here making the beat and I'm talking to you guys, and it didn't capture the actual audio that was coming from FL Studio. So what I'm gonna do for this one is just kind of run through what I did so you guys can see how I put the beat together and things like that. I'm sorry about that. Like it should be, in my opinion, it should be a little bit more seamless. But I'll know next time. Okay, so what I did was open up Atmosphere. I was searching through different pads and things like that. When you're making a Playboi Carti type beat, and this is what I'm making now. Usually I'll bounce between Playboi Carti and Mexico Joe. There's some kind of parallel there. They've done songs together, but a lot of Playboi Carti type beats have a different kind of like atmospheric, airy, kind of like a vapor. It's like a vapor trap kind of feel to it. Mexico Joe is like smooth and vibey and laid back and things like that. Um, so this is more of like a Playboi Carti type feel. So what I did is I went in Atmosphere. I was searching for maybe 5 minutes, and like if you could actually clock 5 minutes of looking for a sound, like you see like how fucking long that is. It's a long time to be looking for one sound. So this is the sound that I have. Also, I'm using a VS, or it's not really VST, but it's a plugin called Cthulhu. It's $39, right? If you can get Cthulhu, if you can afford to pay $39 for this, get it. It comes with a bunch of presets. It's like for chords and things like that. Um, it's good. It's a good starter. Like if you need to get a melody started. Like usually when I start a beat, I start with chords. So Cthulhu is perfect for that. I haven't figured out all the ins and outs of it, but um, basically they have these presets and things like that right here. I don't want to change it because I don't know if it's going to affect the sound right now. But they have a bunch of different presets. You can go online on YouTube and they have tons of presets for Cthulhu that you can put in here and you can just play. Um, it's kind of like Scalar, or what's the other one? Chords VST or something like that. Um, it gives you different like tools and things like, not tools, but like presets from different types of genres of music and things like that. So for this one, I'm using, as you can see, a B minor, D major. So what you do is you open up Cthulhu, go into here, and you change the input and the output. Uh, let's just say, for example, one. And depending on the VST you're using, which I'm using Omnisphere, what you do is you go here also and you do the same thing. You set it, the input port to one, and you set the output port to one. And what that will do is, like, when you trigger something in Omnisphere or Cthulhu, like the data crosses and it uses the chords and the presets from Cthulhu and it plays it in Omnisphere. So this is what I have for the Omnisphere sound mixed with the Cthulhu preset. As you can see on here, they're just single notes, but because it's connected Cthulhu, I'm sorry, since it's connected to Cthulhu, sorry about that, it's playing chords. You can see right here what it's playing. And it's a good way to start like a beat, like if you have beat block or something like that. But this is what I do anyways for a lot of my beats. Like I just start with chords. All right, so now I have Gravity. Now, if you're into Playboi Carti and Mexico drill type beats, Gravity is a godsend. Um, when you go through the sounds, like they sound really basic, but when you listen to a lot of Playboi Carti type beats and Mexico drill type beats, this is the VST that they're getting the sounds from. Gravity and Purity. I'm not using Purity in this one, but I think they're made. I think they're made by the same company. Right here, Luxonics or whatever. Um, and a lot of the sounds that the people who make Playboi Carti type beats and Mexico drill type beats, like this is the VST that you want to use, right? So what I have is a an oboe mixed in with the Omnisphere pad, and I'll play that for you guys. I'll play it right here as a pattern, then I'll play it in tandem with the pad. Here. Same thing. What I was gonna say was what I was explaining in my other video. Let me check to make sure this shit's working. Alright, because I'm not doing that shit again. Alright, so what I was explaining in my last video was unfortunately, okay, you always hear the cliche like, oh, I don't like routine and I hate repetitiveness and I hate redundancy. And when we get when we get to the truth of that those statements, I feel like people just say them because it makes them sound, I don't know, cool or smart, whatever. But let's be honest, music today is highly repetitive, very redundant, almost monotonous because it's the same shit over and over again, just over a different beat. And a lot of times, because we have to accommodate the artist, we get into a trap where our beats sound the same over and over and over again. And I feel like even if we enjoy it, like we're putting a chokehold on our creativity because we're afraid to make this type of beat, or we're afraid to go here or go there because the artists are like so fucking narrow-minded. They just want one type of style. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who tells you that redundancy and repetitiveness is not cool, whatever, don't even worry about that shit. Like these days, that's what they want. Same shit over and over again. So, it's hard for me because I don't like being limited to one type of beat making. But in a way, in a sad, very sad way, even though the artists wouldn't be shit without us, we're at the mercy of them because they're the ones that rap on our beats. And unless you're rapping on your own beats, it's like it's a very difficult like situation for us as producers because I feel like we have so much up here in our minds. that we could make, but because artists are only looking for one or two types of particular styles of beats and music, we're limiting ourselves in our creative abilities. So I say that to say repetitiveness in this day and age, it's sad, but it's okay. All right. So that's why, um, in a way, I'm condoning it, even though I don't like it. So this is what it sounds like in tandem with everything else. We play here. Alright, so that's just the oboe from Gravity. Because I have Contact. It's another great VST to have. Um, I I want Keyscape. If any of you guys have Keyscape, like leave a comment and let me know. Would you recommend it? Like, is it? I mean, Is it worth the money? I felt like Atmosphere was worth the money because it has tons of sounds. I think, from what I understand, is Keyscape is just a bunch of different pianos. If I'm wrong, just let me know. But for me, Contact is fine. I have this one here called The Gentleman. They also have a Alicia Keys version. I don't have that one on here because it's the Contact Complete, and that shit takes up way too much space on my computer, and I haven't installed it yet. So I have this one. Just a nice piano sound. What I did was I took the tone down, make it a little smoother. I didn't mess with any of this. I turned on the space here, turned on the space, turned up the amount a little bit, the size of the room, and the distance that the instrument was at. So it gets a little more reverb, and they have the presets here down at the bottom, right here. And this is what it sounds like. Alright, if you look down here, you can see the different velocities and shit. Like, I didn't do those manually. If you want to know how to do that, all you have to do is press Alt, press R, and you can just adjust these here. Just mess with the velocity and the note release right here. These two dials, and that will make everything like humanized and things like that. So it's not like the same velocity all the way through. So it gave that kind of like a human feel. Maybe not perfect, but you know, it's something. Next, I have the hi-hat. Go here. And the hi-hats, like, you know, obviously there's no rules to this, but like for me, like I like to have like a little bit of a bounce and two steps. Like if you right click here and you do fill each two steps, like that's perfect for like bounce. Like if you want like that bounce to feel to it. And what I did is I just took some of the notes out and then added like these little sixteenths every now and then, just to add a little bit of flair to it. Then I have a clap right here. That's perk. just just an added little element to the beat. You'll hear how it sounds. Obviously, you can't tell right now, but you'll hear how it sounds in context with the beat when I play everything together. Another, it's like a bongo or something like a conga. I just have that every now and then. This is a chant, very very popular in Playboi Carti and Mexico drill type beats. This chant is fucking, and they got different ones too. But this is like a very popular. It's a favorite one of mine. 808. What did I do? Let's see here. Alright, so what I did is I actually, I'm going to show you Control A, selects everything, press Control, press up on your keyboard. That makes it an octave higher. This is how I did it originally, just so I can hear the frequencies and the pitch. And you can start it off that way just so you can hear everything. If you do it too low, sometimes it becomes indistinguishable what pitch is what. So if you move it up an octave, you can hear everything. And then when you're done, just press Control A and you press Control down, and make it sound how you want it. Obviously, turn your velocities up here. Go into the actual 808 itself. Turn this. Go here to the little wrench tool icon. This is called the volume multiplier. Just turn this up. What I actually do is mess with the mod X and the mod Y dials too. Just changing the sound a little bit so it can fit in with the beat. I have a open hi-hat sound. Very simple. Just I have it on every downbeat after every four lines. And then my tag. Oh my god. It's Leland. Gotta have your tag in your beats, man. Don't let nobody take your shit. I'd even keep them in there when the artist is recording them. So Zaytoven has it in his, either in the beginning or like a little bit through after the beat drops. Just keep your stuff in there, man. Make sure you get credit. Even if them artists don't want to pay for it, like somebody's gonna hear your shit. Somebody gonna know that you made this. So this is how everything sounds together. I've already arranged it. Like I said, I did a tutorial. I recorded my audio, like my internal microphone and the camera, but it was not recording the internal desktop audio. So I have that fixed now. And I'm just going to play you guys the beat a little bit just so you guys can hear it, see how it sounds. It's Leland. basically what it is, man. No, nothing crazy. Like I said, uh, 2 to 4 instruments. Sometimes even four is excessive. Um, keep it simple. In today's age, don't be afraid to be redundant. Don't listen to that bullshit people be telling us. Um, but make the type of beats that you want to make. Okay. Um, maybe the money's worth it. Maybe it's not. Like at some point, you gotta get to a stage in your life where you're gonna create what you want to create. Because if it's all about the money, like at some point you're gonna be like, this shit isn't even fun anymore. So create what you enjoy, all right, and don't be afraid to do either or, you know. And remember, uh, in an older video I talked about the concept of Wu Wei. Uh, I'm into religion. Like I like to learn about different religions and things like that. Basically, the concept of Wu Wei is like effortless action. All right, so when you're making beats, let it flow. Let it flow out of you. Don't think too much about the technical shit, the ins and outs and everything. Just get it on the canvas and put it out to the world without thinking about the results or who's gonna like it or who's not gonna like it and shit like that. Don't even worry about that shit. What I found, and it's like a universal mystery to me, is when I make a beat and I put it out and I just put it out and I don't even think about it later on. Like for some reason, those are the beats that turn out to be really popular with people. Like those are the ones that people really like, really enjoy. Half the time they're the beats that we don't even like. And I'm sure you guys have had this happen a lot of times. Like the beats that you can't stand are the ones that people love. And I don't know if that's like a paradox, but I think what experience has taught me is that because we don't care about the beat, because we can't fucking stand it, we don't even think about it. And that's like the great mystery to me, is like the ones that we don't think about, the ones that we just create and just like, oh fuck it, I don't even whatever. Just make it and just put it out there. Those are the ones that tend to do really well. So obviously you want to enjoy it, but when you're making it, enjoy the process. Do not become obsessed with the result and the outcome. Okay? Obsess over the process and not the result and not the outcome. Um, the outcome is not in your hands. It's not in our hands. So this is our canvas. We paint on our canvas, we put it out, and how people perceive it, that's up to them. All right, but as long as you enjoy it, just put it out there, man. Don't stress over the outcome and things like that. That's called Wu Wei. WUWEI. It's a very, very good thing to learn. So look it up. But yeah, man, that's the beat. I didn't mix or master it. I don't know if you saw me cycling through the channels, things like that. I didn't mix or master anything. I will do that in another tutorial. Um, I will keep making these live videos. Obviously, it's very, very hard and strenuous to keep up a YouTube channel because people fluctuate. One day they want to see something, the next day they don't want to see it. So, and I'm having this hard time trying to figure out if on YouTube, specifically YouTube, if it's okay to be redundant. If it is, that helps me. That allows me to keep making videos like this for you guys to see. If it's not okay, then I would like to know what you guys want to see, because like I want to help you guys genuinely, especially when I have people on Instagram messaging me asking me to do videos, but it's like it's not like an extreme amount, but I still want to help these people, and unfortunately, I don't want to just make a video for 2 or 3 people. So, what does the mass want to see? If you guys enjoyed this, that's great. I'll keep doing it. I finally figured out how to get this stuff set up. Hopefully, I won't have to use this fucking piece of shit internal microphone. I can use my interface and my studio mic, so you guys can hear me better. But nevertheless, if you guys enjoyed this, just leave me a like, possibly a subscribe if you feel like I can help you guys get better. And if you have any questions, comments, or even advice, um, just let me know. I'll respond to everything. And just keep making beats, man. Have fun with it. And remember, the process, stress over the process, not the result. Alright? That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. If there's anything else you want to see, just let me know. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thanks for the support, as always. And peace, guys.